Okay. So untuk recording lecture ni saya akan upload kemudian dekat platform mana nanti saya akan beritahu awak. So untuk siapa yang tak hadir ataupun lambat masuk, tadi Farisha minta maaf saya tak perasan tadi ada orang tunggu dekat lobby. Saya lupa nak let in, saya tak perasan. Okay, so siapa yang tak sempat tadi tengok scheme of work dan juga guideline untuk group project, saya akan upload video dia dekat saya rasa nak upload dekat YouTube nanti. Nanti saya akan bagi link dia. Okay, sekejap saya dah saya dah record and then saya nak kena sorry saya terkial-kial sikit nak pakai benda ni, Webex ni.
Apa medium?
Ini dia. Okay. Okay, nampak tak? Nampak slide ni?
Nampak.
Okay. So, let's begin with the first chapter of QMT 181 ataupun STA. Ada dua, STA 104. Okay, slash. Subjek ni slash sebab nama dia sama, Introduction to Statistics. Cumanya STA ni untuk BM119, BM111. Okay, QMT ni untuk student account. Okay. So, chapter 1 is about the Introduction to Statistics. Okay, so what is statistics? Okay, ini pun awak kena mungkin hafal ataupun fahamkan dia punya definition of statistics sebab dalam test, dalam exam kadang-kadang dia akan tanya benda ni. Ada soalan subjektif lah. Okay, so statistics is the science of collecting, okay, organizing, presenting, analyzing, presenting, analyzing and interpreting numerical data for the purpose of assisting in making a more effective decision. So basically statistics is a group of method used for us to collect, analyze, present and interpret any data and to make a decision. Okay. So there are two types of statistics. Okay, the first one is descriptive and the second one is inferential statistics. Okay, the descriptive statistics, saya pun kadang-kadang tergeliat juga lidah nak sebut descriptive ni. Okay, descriptive statistics. Okay, the process of collecting, compiling, summarizing and presenting data into graphical forms. Okay, we want to present data, any data into graphical forms such as charts, graphs, tables, or numerical forms such as average and percentage derived from them so that anyone can evaluate the data set easily. Okay, so basically in descriptive statistics, it consists the methods of organizing, display and describe data by using tables, graph and summary. Okay. In descriptive statistics, we describe only the item or the people in that population that you actually measure. Okay, we are not trying to infer properties of the larger population. Okay, so maksudnya descriptive statistics ni kita nak summarize, okay, the characteristic, okay, of a data set. Okay, contohnya lah. Contohnya, we want to collect the test score, okay, score markah test of students enroll in this class. Okay, kelas awak ni kita nak collect data about the test score. So the data set usually large. Okay, contohnya lah kita nak ambil data tentang test score subject STA 104. So every SEM, there are a lot of students that are taking STA 104. So the data are usually large. Okay, sangat besar data dia sebab student ni, contohnya student dia ada beratus-ratus. So data dia ada beratus-ratus lah. So we need to manage the data set by using frequency tables, or we can draw graphs, or we can calculate the measure, contohnya macam average ataupun kita boleh calculate mean. Okay, itu maksudnya descriptive statistic. Okay. So sebab itulah dekat bawah tu dia kata in descriptive statistic our objective is to describe the properties, trend and the characteristic of the data. Okay. Meanwhile, for inferential statistics, okay, it involves the decision, estimate, prediction, or generalization about a population based on a sample. Okay, it consists of methods that use sample results to help make decisions or predictions about population. Okay, dekat sini dia ada sebut tentang population and sample. Okay, population is the larger group. Okay, larger group. Contohnya population macam ni, population. Okay, contoh population in a city. Population contohnya the residents in Segamat. Okay, Segamat contohnya population. And then sample adalah the subset. Set kecil dekat dalam tu. Contohnya sampel awak nak ambil daripada Segamat tu, kita ambil bahagian Jementah lah contohnya. Jementah. Ni Segamat. Jementah. So maksudnya Segamat is our population and then Jementah is our sample. Okay, sample is the subset of the population. Okay. So maksudnya in inferential statistics, okay, we take the data from a sample, okay, and then we make inference about the larger population from which the sample was drawn. Okay, kita daripada sampel kita buat inference, okay, kita buat apa-apa conclusion, and then the inference adalah inference tu daripada sampel. Okay, kita ambil sample result and then kita buat decision, and then daripada decision tu kita boleh predict about the larger population. Itu maksud inferential statistic. Okay, daripada sampel yang kecil kita buat apa-apa conclusion ataupun about decision, and then kita assume ataupun kita predict about the population yang besar. Okay. Ini adalah differences between descriptive and inferential statistics. Okay, in descriptive on the left side and inferential on the right side. Okay, kita tengok Okay, in descriptive statistics consists of collection, organization, classification, summarization, and presentation of data from the sample. Okay, tapi inferential consists of generalizing from sample. Okay, daripada sample, okay, kita nak buat estimation. Okay, hypothesis testing. Okay, determining relation among variable and making prediction. Okay, kita nak estimate dan buat prediction about the larger population. Itu beza descriptive and inferential. And then in second point is in descriptive statistic we use it to describe the characteristic of the sample. Nak describe sample. Tapi in inferential statistic, okay, kita gunakan untuk want to draw a conclusion for the data obtained from the sample. Okay, macam tadi saya kata, kita ambil sampel, kita buat conclusion, and then conclusion tu akan reflect kepada the larger population. Okay, third point is in descriptive statistic we use to determine whether the sample presents the target population by comparing sample statistic and population parameter. Meanwhile, in inferential statistic, we use to describe, infer, estimate, approximate the characteristic of the target population. Okay, nanti kita akan tengok beberapa contoh soalan, dan daripada soalan tu kita akan bincangkan sama ada dia descriptive ataupun inferential. Okay, jangan risau Okay, yang ni tak perlulah. Okay, yang ni. For each of the following situations, state whether the area of statistic used is descriptive or inferential. Okay, kita nak tahu dia descriptive ke inferential statistics. Okay, first one. Okay, baca baca dia punya situation tu kat situ. Okay, obesity has become a major problem in Malaysia. It is found that 35% of primary schools children in the country are obese. Of these, 58% of the children are males. Okay, ini macam mana kita nak kenal dia descriptive or inferential? Okay, ini sebenarnya jawapan dia descriptive. Okay, sebab daripada dia punya population dia adalah school children. Okay. Data dia adalah dia bagi tahu 35% daripada primary school children obese. Okay, and then from that 35%, okay, it is found that 58% are males. Okay, so maksudnya daripada data yang asal, iaitu data daripada list of obese student, okay, dia tengok daripada situ 58% daripada data tu adalah lelaki. So maksudnya dia adalah descriptive statistic sebab kita nak summarize the characteristic of the data set. Okay, daripada data set iaitu the obese school children. So daripada situ kita ambil karakteristik dia iaitu males. Okay, males. So males 58%. So kita buat summarize, okay, summarize the characteristic of the data set. Okay, so maksudnya kita nak describe data yang kita ada tu. Okay, so maksudnya 58% ni kita boleh buat dari dalam bentuk tables, dalam bentuk graph kan, ataupun boleh buat dalam bentuk pie chart. Okay, 55%. So maksudnya apa-apa data yang kita boleh buat dari, dalam bentuk table, graph ataupun summary itu adalah descriptive statistic. Okay, second one. A study on obesity among primary school children conducted by Professor Kamaria, which involved a random sample of 1500 primary school children, indicated that these children are obese because they prefer eating at fast food restaurants and playing video games rather than sports activities. Okay, ini adalah inferential. Okay, sebab apa? Okay, kalau awak baca dan fahamkan ayat tu, okay, first kali dia random sample dia adalah 1500 students. Okay, primary school children lah. 1,500 orang. And then daripada situ dia kata children ni obese sebab dia prefer eating makanan fast food makan dekat fast food restaurant dan suka main game daripada buat activity sport. Okay, so maksudnya daripada situ, daripada 1,500 orang, dia buat inference ataupun dia buat decision ataupun dia buat guess lah. Dia anggap ataupun buat decision ataupun buat prediction di mana dia kata student tu obese sebab semua suka makan dekat restoran fast food dan suka main game. So maksudnya dia buat inference about the larger population. Apabila dia nampak ada student obese je, maksudnya dia buat conclusion setiap orang tu dia obese sebab dua sebab ni lah. Okay, so itu adalah inferential. Okay, padahal kalau obese tak semestinya dia suka makan fast food ataupun main video game saja kan, ada sebab-sebab lain. Tapi sekarang ni dia buat prediction semua 1,500 student ni obese sebab dua sebab ni lah. So itu adalah inferential. Okay, ingat inferential kita ambil data daripada sampel and then kita make inference ataupun make prediction, okay, about the larger population. Okay, more exercise on descriptive and inferential statistics. Okay, cuba baca yang ni. A tire manufacturers wants to estimate the average life of a new type of steel belted radial. Okay, ini inferential ke descriptive statistics? Boleh siapa tolong jawab? Inferential ataupun descriptive?
Yang inferential.
Inferential ataupun descriptive?
Inferential.
Okay, jawapan dia inferential, betul. Sebab apa? Awak boleh nampak kat sini keyword dia estimate. Okay, sebab dalam inferential kita buat estimate ataupun kita buat apa tadi? Prediction. Okay, ataupun kita buat inference ataupun keyword dia adalah prediction. Apa lagi tadi saya kata? Inference ataupun estimate ataupun guess. Okay, kalau kita ada buat benda-benda ni maksudnya dia adalah inferential. Okay, contoh yang kedua. A sports writer plans to list the winning times for all swimming events in the 2000 Olympics. Okay, ini jawapan dia apa? Tak apa, salah pun tak apa. Siapa boleh jawab?
Descriptive.
Betul, jawapan dia deskriptif. Okay, bila kita nak plan, nak listkan pemenang-pemenang Olimpik dalam event swimming, okay, so dekat situ kita tak buat apa-apa prediction. Kalau awak baca kat situ dia tak ada buat apa-apa prediction, apa-apa inference. Sebab pemenang tu memang dah menang pun. So tak ada estimate, tak ada prediction lah dekat situ. Just kita, kalau dia nak listkan pemenang, ambil lah daripada apa? Daripada penganjur ke kan, list nama, and then daripada list nama tu dia bolehlah buat research. Contohnya dia nak buat research berapa persen perempuan, berapa persen lelaki, ataupun kalau dalam event swimming dia nak tengok berapa yang pecah rekod, berapa yang lebih daripada berapa minit, apa-apa data lah yang boleh dapat daripada situ. So maksudnya dia adalah descriptive. Okay, yang ni. A politician obtains the exact number of votes that were cast for her opponent in 2004. Okay, descriptive ataupun inferential?
Descriptive.
Okay, kita tengok jawapan dia. Ya, betul, descriptive. Okay, sebab dalam ni pun kita tak ada buat tentang apa-apa prediction lah. Okay, sebab dah berlaku kan benda tu. Okay, pilihan raya tu dah berlaku, so politician ni dia boleh dapat exact number of vote. So daripada exact number of vote tu dia boleh buat research lah, contohnya berapa orang yang orang bandar, berapa orang yang luar bandar, okay, berapa orang penduduk senior, berapa orang remaja, berapa orang umur sekian-sekian, dia boleh buat ni lah research daripada situ. Okay, so itu descriptive. Okay, a medical researcher tests an anti-cancer drug that may have harmful side effects. Okay, descriptive or inferential?
Differential.
Okay, betul. Okay, sebab we want to test. Okay, punya test ni ada perkataan test. Okay, a candidate for MPP estimates the percentage of voters that will vote for him in the upcoming MPP's election. Okay, inferential or descriptive?
Inferential. Inferential.
So ini memang clearly seen that the word of estimate, so it is inferential. Okay. And economist estimates the average income of all Kedah residents. So inferential juga lah. Okay. The owner of a small business determines the average salary of her 20 employees. Okay, inferential or descriptive?
Descriptive.
Okay, ini macam kita goyah sikit lah. Ni descriptive ke inferential? So jawapan dia descriptive. Okay, daripada dia ada perkataan average. Maksudnya dia nak tahu average. Okay, data dia adalah employees punya salary. So daripada situ dia nak data tentang average. So maksudnya dia buat method of organizing ataupun describe the data. Okay, kalau dia nak cari average, nak cari mean ke, nak cari median ke, so maksudnya adalah descriptive. Sebab data tu kita boleh cari apa-apa karakteristik of the data set. Okay, so it's descriptive. Okay. I hope at this point you can differentiate the difference between descriptive and inferential statistics. Okay. And then next, we want to study about what is population and what is sample. Okay. The basic idea behind all statistical methods of data analysis is to make inferences about the population by studying small sample chosen from it. Okay, what is the meaning of population? Okay, population is the complete collection of measurement, outcomes, object or individual under study. Okay, so population macam saya kata tadi lah, population is the larger set. Contohnya, set segamat tadi yang saya buat. Okay. And then from population, we have a parameter. What is parameter? A number that describes a population characteristic. Okay. Daripada population, kita ada parameter. And then, sekejap. Daripada sample, okay, from the sample, what is a sample? Some sample is a subset of a population. Okay, as I mentioned before, sample is a subset of the population. Okay, so containing the objects or outcomes that are actually observed. Okay, so parameter dengan statistik. Tadi parameter adalah the numerical characteristic of the population. Meanwhile, statistics is the numerical characteristic of the sample, from the sample. Okay, characteristic. Statistic is the characteristic of the sample. Meanwhile, the parameter is the characteristic of the population. Okay. Okay, contoh kat sini. In the automobile industry, customer service is a crucial factor affecting car sales. Okay, fahamkan betul-betul sentence by sentence. The management of a reputed automobile company is interested in determining the level of customer satisfaction with the service provided by the company's service center. Okay. The company has altogether 60 service centers in the Klang Valley. Okay, daripada industri automobil negara tu So dia ada satu company, dia punya management, dia nak buat research tentang level of customer satisfaction. Okay, kat sini. Level of customer satisfaction with the service provided by the company's service center. Okay, so apa yang dia nak buat research sebenarnya adalah tentang level of satisfaction of the customer. Okay, so the company has altogether they have 60 service center. Okay, so from that 60, they choose a sample of 6 only, 6 centers only. Okay, they select 6, select at random lah. Okay, then all customers who service their cars at these 6 service centers were selected for the study. A questionnaire was posted to these customers. Okay, so apa objektif study ni? Objektif dia. Okay, objektif macam saya cakap tadi lah. We want to determine apa? Level of customer satisfaction. With the service provided by companies service center. Okay, objektif maksudnya tujuan dia buat research ni lah sebab dia nak tahu customer satisfaction. Okay, itu satu markah. Ini adalah contoh soalan exam. Okay, and then state the population. Okay, population dia yang mana? Boleh siapa beritahu saya? You all masih ada lagi ke tak ni?
Ada madam. Ada madam. Service centers juga.
Population. Population yang 60 ke yang 6?
60.
60. So 60 service centers in the Klang Valley lah. Okay, population dia. Okay. So kalau dia tanya sampel, baru kita kata yang 6 tu. Okay. Okay. Yang tadi kita belajar tentang population, sample, and then apa tadi? Population, sample. Sekejap, saya tengok balik tadi. Parameter and statistics. Okay, ada lagi definition yang kita selalu gunakan dalam statistik iaitu elements. Okay, element. Element is the objects, people or things on which measurements is taken. So maksudnya kalau dalam study yang tadi, elemen dia adalah customer. Elemen dia adalah all customer who service their cars at these 6 service centers. So itu elemen kita. Okay. Kemudian pilot study. Apa maksud pilot study? Okay, pre-test. Pre-test or trial run on a small number of elements. Okay, before conducting the actual study. Okay, maksudnya pilot study ni kita nak test. Contohnya kalau kita buat apa-apa sistem lah, kita nak test dekat pengguna, kita kena buat trial. Okay, trial sebelum sistem tu betul-betul boleh digunakan. Sebelum sistem tu betul-betul boleh digunakan, kita buat trial ataupun pre-test. So data daripada situ kita panggil dia pilot study. Okay, objective of the pilot study is to improve the questionnaire. So maksudnya daripada pilot study kita collect data tentang contohnya customer satisfaction ataupun user satisfaction. So daripada situ kita boleh improve questionnaire kita, and then selepas sistem tu siap kita boleh boleh buat lagi satu study selepas sistem tu siap. So the objective of the pilot study, first is to improve the questionnaire, and then to identify the problems that occur during the survey, and to predict the cost, time and workforce needed. Okay, maksudnya pilot study tu kita buat study ataupun survey sebelum sebelum apa-apa kita punya produk tu siap lah kiranya. Okay, kemudian term yang seterusnya, census. Okay, census is a count for officials' purposes, especially to count the number of people living in a country and to collect information about them. Okay. Census is a collection of data from a whole population rather than just a sample. Okay, macam tadi saya kata, population adalah yang besar, sample adalah subset dia. Biasanya kita buat research, kita ambil data daripada sample. Tapi kalau research tu ambil data from the whole population, namanya adalah census. Ingat tak hari tu kerajaan ada buat e-census? E-census tu dia buat banci untuk seluruh penduduk Malaysia. Okay, in the whole country ni, semua penduduk, so maksudnya dia buat collection of data from the whole population of Malaysia. So itu kita namakan dia census. Okay, sample survey. Okay, apa tu sample survey pula? Sample survey is a survey which is carried out using a sampling method. Sample survey is done because you usually cannot gather data from the entire population. Sample survey maksudnya survey dalam sampel. Okay, census tadi adalah survey dalam population. Sample survey pula adalah survey dalam sampel yang kecil. Okay. Okay. Why we collect data? Okay. First, to obtain input for a research study. Kita nak tahu input dia lah, sebab itulah kita collect data. To measure performance, to assist in formulating decision alternative, satisfy curiosity, knowledge for the sake of knowledge. Okay, there are two types of data, primary data and secondary data. Okay, first, we look at what is primary data. Primary is the first, secondary is the second. Primary, kejap. Okay, kita terus kat sini. Okay, and this table is about primary data, the first data. Okay, actually the primary data is the data collected from primary source, sumber-sumber primary ataupun raw data. Okay, contohnya lah, a researcher collect data on the customer satisfaction toward counter service at Maybank Segamat. Okay, dia nak tahu tentang customer satisfaction, dia terus ambil data daripada Maybank Segamat contohnya. Itu adalah primary data. Okay, what is the advantage and disadvantage of primary data? Ingat primary data adalah data collected from primary source. Saya tulis kat sini, data collected from primary source, ataupun kita panggil dia raw data. Contohnya original records, record yang original yang dapat daripada jabatan-jabatan apa-apalah, ataupun original documents, ataupun personal interview. Okay, maksudnya primary data tu first hand lah, data daripada first hand, bukan second hand. Okay, so the advantage of primary data is it is more accurate, reliable and up to date. If the data needed by decision makers are available from other source, secondary data, so primary data has to be gathered. So kalau awak nak data tu tak boleh dapat daripada secondary data, so kena buat primary data, kena cari primary data. Okay, primary sources usually explain how the data were gathered and what limitation exists to their use. And it is usually satisfy the objective of the research. But the disadvantage of the primary data, it is very costly. Okay, contohnya kalau awak nak ambil original record daripada jabatan-jabatan, mungkin dia kenakan cost lah, beberapa cost that you have to pay. And then it is time consuming. Awak kena pergi dekat tempat tu kan. Time consuming and it requires a lot of manpower. Okay, meanwhile for secondary data, what is secondary data? Secondary data is data collected from other sources. Okay, dia tak sama macam primary. Primary adalah primary daripada original record, daripada personal interview tadi saya kata. Kalau secondary data, example dia adalah data collected from annual report, data collected from the magazine, data collected from the library, data collected from the internet, or data from contohnya lah, you want to carry out a research about the total number of students enrolled for every program. So you need to search the data, okay, from the HEP, from the help of HEP. So it is the example for secondary data sebab awak dapat data tu daripada HEP. Okay, so what is the advantage of secondary data? It requires less time, less effort, and inexpensive data source. Okay, but the disadvantage of it are it may contain error in printing and transcription from the primary source. Contohnya kalau awak dapat daripada data HEP tu kan, mungkin ada data tu yang tak betul ataupun tersalah nombor dia, okay? And we do not know the condition under which the data were collected and summarized. Okay, so primary and secondary data ada advantage dengan disadvantage dia lah. So untuk awak punya project nanti, okay, macam tadi yang dekat dalam guideline yang saya tunjuk, awak boleh choose sama ada awak nak pilih nak ambil data daripada primary ataupun secondary. Okay, types and variable and types of data. Okay, statistician collect information for variable which describe the event. Okay, apa maksud variable? The characteristic or attribute that can assume different values. It is also a characteristic of interest, one that can be expressed as the number of possessed by each item under study. The value of this characteristic is likely to change or vary from one item in the data set to the next. Okay, so variable tu maksudnya contohnya lah contoh variable adalah number of student in class, the number of football players in a team, the height of the child, okay, ataupun awak nak tahu monthly income of a manager, so itu adalah, semua itu adalah variable. Ataupun gender, ethnicity, ethnic kan, kita nak tahu dia Malay ke, Indian ke apa, itu ethnicity adalah variable. Okay, semua itu adalah contoh-contoh variable. Okay, variables can be classified as quantitative or qualitative. Kat sini ada quantitative ataupun qualitative. And by how they are categorized, counted or measured. Kita ada level of measurement. Okay. So kita tengok dekat sini dulu. Okay. Type of variable ada dua, iaitu quantitative and qualitative. Okay, quantitative and qualitative. For quantitative maksudnya numerical lah, quantity. Nombor, quantity. Data that represent counts or measurement. Meaning it can be count or it can be measured. Okay, the data is in terms of numeric. Okay, and indicate either how much or how many. Senang je nak kena quantitative quantitative variable. Kalau nombor tu kuantitatif lah. Meanwhile, for qualitative, okay, dia bentuk kategori ataupun attribute. Okay, we cannot assume a numerical value, but classify into two or more non-numeric categories. Kalau bukan nombor tu maksudnya dia dalam bentuk kualitatif. And then untuk kuantitatif terbahagi pada dua pula. Descriptive and continuous. Discrete and continuous. Quantitative. Quantitative maksudnya numerical. Numerical tu boleh terbagi kepada dua, discrete dengan continuous. Okay, kalau discrete, we assume only certain value with no intermediate value. Discrete. Kalau continuous, can assume all values between any two specific values and obtained by measuring. Okay, senang kata kalau discrete ni adalah nombor bulat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kalau continuous, dia boleh nombor perpuluhan. 4.2. Contohnya dekat sini, weight. Berat. Berat kan boleh point kan? 4.2 kg. 15.1 kg. Sebab tu dia masuk dalam continuous variable kalau weight. Age. Okay, age dia masuk dekat mana? Age pun masuk dekat continuous juga. Sebab umur. Bukan saja kita boleh kata 2 tahun, 3 tahun, 4 tahun. Kita boleh kata 2 tahun 2 bulan. 2 tahun 4 bulan. Kalau 2 tahun 6 bulan. 2 tahun 6 bulan tu sama dengan 2.5 lah. Kan? Okay, so maksudnya dia mengandungi point. Kalau point tu dia masuk dekat continuous. And then salary. Gaji. Contohnya gaji awak berapa? RM 1500 sen. Itu sebab itulah gaji masuk dalam continuous, bukan discrete. And then height. Ketinggian. Ketinggian setiap orang ada point jugalah. Contohnya orang ni 1.2 meter. 1.8 meter, 1.56 meter. Okay, height. Sebab tu height pun masuk dalam continuous. Temperature pun sama, ada point. Okay, sebab tu itu semua dalam continuous variable. Okay. Kalau discrete, tak ada point. Okay, senang je nak tahu perbezaan antara discrete dengan continuous. Okay, kualitatif. Kualitatif tadi adalah bentuk kategori. Dia tak termasuk nombor. Okay, example. The color of eyes. Okay, blue, green, brown. Exam result. Pass or fail. Blood types. A, B or O. Level of education. Mix of a computer. Mobile phone operators. Ini semua adalah qualitative variable. Okay, ada apa-apa soalan?
Tak ada.
Faham semua?
Faham.
Okay, kita tengok dekat sini exercise. A random sample of 1500 workers was asked how stressful their jobs were. Their responses are summarized as shown below. Ini dia punya respon dia lah. Maksudnya data yang kita dapat daripada research tu. Okay. Very stressful, 360. Moderately stressful, 630. Little stressful, 360. Not stressful at all, 150. Okay, so soalan dia state the variable. Okay, apa variable dia?
Kuantitatif.
Dia nak variable. Kalau awak jawab kuantitatif ataupun kualitatif, itu adalah type of variable. Okay? Hati-hati soalan dia tanya variable, bukan type of variable. The type of variable yang kat sini. Okay, first kali variable dia apa?
Continuous.
Okay, tengok balik. What is variable? Variable. Characteristic of or attribute. Karakteristik apa yang kita nak tahu kat dalam data kita. So, variable dia adalah level of job stress. Okay, variable dia adalah level of job stress. So, level of job stress, type dia adalah quantity or qualitative.
Quantitative.
Qualitative. Sebab ni, very stressful, moderately stressful, little stressful, not stressful. Dia adalah qualitative. Okay? Ya?
Dia tak tengok dekat number of worker
Okay, kita tengok dekat variable. Variable kita adalah job stress. So, apa type dia? Job stress dia adalah qualitative lah. Level of job stress, qualitative. Okay?
Variable tu yang level of job stress macam dia punya tajuk lah, bukan dia punya terus variable variable.
Bukan. Okay, saya bagi.
Thank you, madam.
Sekejap Okay, sekejap Saya bagi contoh lain. Sekejap you all. Sekejap, macam mana nak buat ni. Okay. Contoh variable. Alah. Nampak tak?
Nampak.
Sekejap dia lari-lari pula. Okay. Contoh variable number. Sekejap tak best lah tulis kat sini, dia macam tak cantik. Of students in sekejap dia lari. In a class. Ini contoh variable. Number of student in class. Number of football players in a team. Height of a child. Monthly income of a manager. Gender. Ini contoh variable lah. Okay, ini contoh-contoh variable. Maksudnya apa yang kita nak tahu dekat dalam kita punya research. Okay, itu maksud variable. Number of students in a class, number of football players in a team, height of a child, monthly income of a manager, gender, favorite TV shows. Okay, ini adalah examples of variable. So kalau type of variable, number of student in class, dia quantitative or qualitative? Type of variable dia.
Quantitative.
Kuanti, betul, kuanti. Saya tulis kuanti je Okay. Macam tadi kita belajar kuantitatif dia terbagi pada dua, discrete or continuous. So yang ni kuantitatif discrete ke continuous?
Discrete.
Discrete.
Discrete. Okay, number 2. Number of football players in a team, quanti or quali?
Quanti.
Quanti.
Okay, quanti. Discrete or continuous?
Discrete.
Discrete.
Betul, discrete. Okay, height of a child, quanti or quali?
Quanti.
Yes, quanti. Discrete or continuous?
Continuous.
Betul, continuous. Okay, monthly income of a manager, quanti ke quali?
Quali.
Monthly income,
Quanti.
Quanti.
quanti,
Betul.
continuous or discrete? Continuous. Okay. Gender,
Quali.
Quali.
quali. Favorite TV shows, quali. Okay, dah boleh tahu bezakan tak? Qualitative.
Boleh.
So kalau balik semula kepada tadi, okay. Nampak tak? Slide ni saya dah share tak? Belum
Belum.
Belum, sekejap Okay. Balik semula kepada tadi. So variable dia adalah level of job stress. Okay. Type of variable qualitative. Sebab kita tengok kita ada very stressful, moderately stressful. So itu adalah qualitative. Sekejap Okay, lagi satu. Sebenarnya kita ada dua variable kat sini. Level of job stress, lagi satu number of worker. Ini pun kita panggil dia variable. Ada dua variable. Okay, variable 1 adalah level of job stress. Variable 2 adalah number of worker. Ada lagi satu. Number of worker. Okay. So, variable pertama, variable kedua. So, untuk level of job stress, kualitatif. Number of worker, quanti. Quantitative, discrete. Okay, faham tak yang ni?
Faham.
Faham.
Okay. Okay, the Lemon Marketing Corporation has asked you to for information about the car you drive. For each question, identify each of the types of data requested, either quantitative or qualitative. When the quantitative data is requested, identify the variable as discrete or continuous. Okay, what is the weight of your car? Ini dalam soalan dalam questionnaire yang awak dapat. Okay, what is the weight of your car? So soalan ni tanya tentang apa variable yang ditanya. Apa variable yang
Weight of car.
weight of car? So weight of car is quantitative or qualitative?
Quantitative.
Quantitative.
Quantitative apa?
Continuous.
Continuous, betul. Okay. In what city was your car made? So dia punya variable dia apa? Bukan type of variable, saya tanya variable dulu. Nombor 2.
City was your comment.
Nombor 2, apa variable dia? City,
City was your coming.
maksud macam ni. City of the car made of lah kiranya City of the car made of. So dia punya variable tu kuantitatif ke kualitatif?
Kualitatif.
Kuali, betul. Kuali, yang ni tadi kuanti. Continuous. Okay. Yang ni nombor 3. How many people can be seated in your car? So
Number
ini
of people. Car.
kalau dia tanya variable, number of people can be seated in my car. Okay, so the type of variable,
Quantitative.
quantitative, continuous or discrete?
Discrete.
Discrete. Okay, what's the distance travel from your home to your school? Okay, ini saya terus tanya type of data. Either it is quantitative or qualitative.
Quanti.
Quanti, continuous or discrete?
Continuous.
Continuous. Okay, betul. What's the color of your car?
Color of car.
Kuali. Okay, how many cars are in your household?
Quanti.
Quanti, discrete or continuous?
Discrete.
Discrete. Okay, kereta mestilah 1, 2, 3 kan, tak boleh. Saya ada 2.5 kereta. Tak ada kan macam tu kan? Okay, what's the length of your car? Quanti or quality? Quanti. And then?
Continuous.
Sekejap kita tengok ada lagi tak soalan? Oh, tak ada. Oh, ada. What's the normal operating temperature in degree Fahrenheit of your car's engine? Quali or quanti? Quanti. Apa? Continuous. Okay, temperature kan boleh ada point kan? Okay, what gas mileage, okay, mileage per gallon, okay, do you get in city driving? Quanti.
Continuous.
Okay, ni pun boleh point mileage tu. Who made your car? Qualitative. How many cylinders are there in your car's engine?
Quantity.
Quanti. And then?
Discrete.
Cylinder dia ada 1, 2, 3, dia tak ada point-point discrete. How many miles have you put on your car's current set of tires? Tentang miles.
Quanti.
Continuous. Okay. Okay, tadi kita belajar tentang variable and type of variable. Okay, sekarang kita masuk level of measurement. Level of measurement. In level of measurement, we have 4 types of level of measurement. The first is nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Okay, nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Okay. Tengok yang first dulu nominal. Okay, nominal data maksudnya ini level of data level of data. Kalau nominal data maksudnya classify data into mutually exclusive, non-overlapping categories which no order or ranking can be imposed on the data. Okay, nominal maksudnya data tu boleh classified. Contohnya lah, ni religious, race, gender, boleh classifykan dia. Ataupun contoh lain, ID number, apa lagi type of house, eye color, apa lagi, country, hobby. Okay, ini semua contoh nominal. Okay, maksudnya dia non-overlapping. Contohnya lah kalau dalam religion. Kalau orang tu Islam, Islam lah. Dia tak boleh jadi Islam dan India sekali kan. Kalau gender kalau dia perempuan-perempuan lah. Dia tak boleh jadi sekali dua-dua. Dia tak ada overlapping. Okay, kalau rumah dia, type of house. Rumah dia teres lah. Takkanlah teres boleh jadi banglo pula kan tiba-tiba. Itulah maksudnya nominal data. Faham tak yang ni?
Faham.
Dia spesifik madam.
Okey, yang kedua. Ordinal. Ordinal data classify data into categories. Can be ranked. Jadi kita boleh rankingkan dia. Contohnya lah exam result. Exam result kita boleh rankingkan. Kalau exam result orang tu jadi grade A ke, dapat A minus ke, B minus. Itu maksud exam result adalah boleh kita rankingkan. Okay? And then socio-economic status. Okay, kalau socio-economic dari segi pendapatan kita boleh kategorikan dia sama ada dia B40 ataupun M40. Okay, maksudnya dia boleh categorizekan ataupun ada ranking. Okay, ingat kalau ordinal dia ada ranking. Okay, feeling. Yang ketiga, feeling. Dislike ataupun like. Okay. Contoh lain adalah qualification. Qualification contohnya degree, master degree, diploma, okay, qualification. Kita boleh rankingkan dia. Ataupun apa lagi contoh? Perception. Biasa kan kalau awak buat survey ada kita tulis suka, sangat suka, setuju, tidak setuju kan? Sangat tidak setuju, tu kita rankingkan dia. So maksudnya perception kita boleh rankingkan. Okay, so itu maksud ordinal data. Okay, faham?
Faham.
Okay, seterusnya interval. Okay, interval ranks data and precise differences between unit and measure do exist. However, there is no meaningful zero. No meaningful zero dalam interval. Okay, contohnya temperature. Temperature kalau zero temperature, tak semestinya dia sejuk, tak semestinya dia panas. Kan? Kalau contohnya lain, contoh lain apa sekejap saya bagi contoh lain. Interval dress size. Okay, dress size baju. Contohnya lah baju budak-budak kan ada saiz 5, saiz 6, saiz 7. Kalau saiz 0, ada maksud tak? Kalau tak ada maksud, dia ada masuk dekat interval. Saiz kosong. Saiz kosong memang tak ada lah kan? Tak ada saiz kosong. So dia masuk dekat interval data. Contoh lain, umur, age. Umur kosong. Umur kosong pun tak ada. So no meaningful. Dia ada tapi tak ada membawa maksud apa-apa. Okay, no meaningful zero. So dia adalah interval data. Okay. Yang keempat, ratio. Okay, kat sini beza dia adalah true zero. Maksudnya meaningful zero number. Contohnya height. Okay, kalau height zero maksudnya dia tak ada ketinggian lah. Kalau weight zero, dia tak ada berat langsung. Okay. Kalau time zero, masa tak bergerak. Okay, kalau salary, maksudnya dia no salary lah, tak ada gaji. Dekat sini age masuk yang mana sebenarnya? Sekejap Dia ada tulis dua pula. Oh, sorry. Sekejap saya tengok balik dalam buku. Oh, saya salah tulis. Age tadi dekat ni, ratio. Age bukan kat sini Age dekat ratio. Sebab age kalau zero, maksudnya true zero lah dia. Maksudnya ni kot, apa? Baru lahir. Okay, age zero. Okay, so itu ada 4 level of measurement of data. Nominal, ordinal, interval and ratio. Okay, kita tengok kat sini Okay, ni macam soalan tadi. Okay, soalan yang sama tadi kita jawab dia punya variable. Okay, variable dia adalah level of job, level of stress dan number of worker. Ini dia punya variable. And then type of variable, kalau kat sini qualitative, kat sini quantitative, discrete. And then dia tanya type of measurement. Type of measurement. Okay. Kalau job stress ni, type of job stress kita masuk dekat nominal ke, ordinal ke, interval ataupun ratio. Job stress. Awak tengok jawapan dia. Jawapan dia very stressful, moderately stressful, little stressful, not stressful. So dia masuk dekat mana? Nominal ke, ordinal ke, interval ke, ratio?
Ordinal.
Ya, betul, ordinal. Okay, sebab dia ada ranking kan tadi. Very stressful, not stressful. So dia adalah ordinal. Okay, lagi satu yang ni. Number of worker. 360, 630, 360, 150. Okay, kalau berkaitan dengan nombor, kena fikir sama ada dia interval ataupun ratio. Okay, beza dia kalau interval, no meaning zero, no meaningful zero. Kalau ratio, true zero. Okay. So, yang tadi, number of worker tadi, interval ke ratio? Number of worker. Boleh jawab tak?
Ke medium.
Interval.
Jawapan dia ratio. Ratio. Sebab dia ada true zero. Maksudnya kalau zero tu membawa maksud. Ada maksud. Kalau contohnya lah number of worker kita letak dekat sini zero. So maksudnya tak ada pekerja pun yang very stressful. Okay. So ini adalah type or level of measurement dia adalah ratio. Okay. Maksudnya zero is meaningful. Kalau zero dekat not stressful, maksudnya tak ada worker yang stressful langsung lah. Okay. Okay, state the scale of measurement. Sekejap berapa slide lagi ni Oh, dah nak habis dah. Okay. State the scale of measurement used for each of the following variable. Scale of measurement. Ataupun level of measurement. Maksudnya sama ada tadilah nominal, ordinal, interval, ataupun ratio. Okay, tengok number 1. The names of the positions on hockey team such as forward and goalkeeper. Okay, name of position. Posisi dalam tim hoki. Contohnya orang tu jadi goalkeeper, yang jadi forward ke, backward ke. Okay. So itu termasuk dekat mana? Nominal. First sekali
Nominal.
bukan nombor. So kalau bukan nombor sama ada it is nominal or ordinal. So nominal ke ordinal?
Nominal.
Ya, betul, nominal. Sebab apa? Kalau orang tu dah jadi goalkeeper, dia tak boleh jadi posisi lain lagi. Kan? Betul tak? Nominal. Okay? Number 2, number of auto accidents. Automotive accident kiranya on the north-south highway during the Chinese New Year holiday. So kita punya data ni number ataupun bukan number?
Number.
Okay, nombor. So kalau nombor sama ada dia interval or ratio. So interval ke ratio? Kalau interval no meaningful zero. Zero tak membawa maksud apa-apa. Kalau ratio, zero ada maksud.
Ratio.
Betul. Ratio. Kalau zero maksudnya tak ada accident langsung lah kan? Itu maksud dia. Okay. Okay, number 3. The final ranking of the top 100 universities in the world.
Ordinal.
Betul.
Betul.
Sekejap. Final ranking. Final ranking macam ni lah kan. Nombor 1, UiTM contohnya. Nombor 2, USM. Nombor 3, UTM. Macam tu. So dia nombor kat sini. So sama ada interval ataupun ratio. Sekejap. Kan ranking macam ni. Kalau dia kata awak nampak perkataan ranking, mesti awak terfikir tentang ordinal. Tapi tengok juga ayat dia tu, ranking apa. Kalau ranking top 100 universities, so ranking dia nombor 1, nombor 2, nombor 3 sampai nombor 100 lah. So nombor dia adalah interval kat sini, interval. Sebab dia tak ada ranking 0. Zero tak ada bawa maksud. Kalau ordinal, memang dia tentang ranking, tapi ranking apa? Ranking tentang contohnya grade A, B, C, D, E. Macam tadi saya kata perception, very good, moderate, macam tu. So kalau ranking 100 universities, tak ada buat data rank macam tu. Kita hanya listkan nombor 1 sampai 100. So it is an interval. Okay, number 4. The temperature at noon recorded at 5 different countries in Asia. Okay, apa dia?
Interval.
Temperature tadi saya dah tulis kan, dekat nota tu dia adalah interval. Okay. Okay, next kita belajar tentang sampling. Sekejap, sampling ni rasanya untuk next week punya syllabus. Sekejap betul lah, sampling ni untuk next syllabus, untuk next week. Okay, so for lecture for week 1 is until slide number 26. Okay, 26. So 27 until the end of this slide is for lecture of week 2. Okay, so kita dah habis lecture week 1. So for the next class, I will give you a set of question for tutorial. Okay, tutorial. So tutorial tu saya bagi sekejap lagi untuk you all buat. Nanti kita akan discuss in the next class. Hari apa?
Rabu.
Hari Rabu.
Rabu.
Okay. So nanti kejap lagi saya bagi. nota yang ada tutorial, awak siapkan, nanti kita akan discuss hari Rabu. Okay, hari Rabu tu make sure all of you have to be ready, okay, with your answer and questions. So saya akan call upon anybody to give your own question and explain why you answer like that. Okay? So everybody have to be ready. Jangan tak buat langsung Tutorial tu ada tutorial soalan biasa dan juga soalan contoh-contoh exam. Contoh soalan exam. Okey, dan sekejap saya rasa saya tertinggal nak cakap. Okay, untuk chapter 1, markah dalam exam 30 markah. Okay, chapter 1 ni semua tentang teori. Macam tadi kan kita belajar, semua awak tengok teori. Dia belum ada pengiraan lagi. Hanya tentang teori. Dalam exam, markah dia banyak, 30. Okay, 30 markah sahaja untuk chapter 1. Okay, so maksudnya chapter 1 ni banyak adalah chapter yang membaca lah, tak ada mengira. Okay, so boleh saya tamatkan kelas sampai sini? Ada apa-apa nak tanya?
Tak ada.
Tak ada, madam.
Okay.
Madam, untuk buku kena beli tak?
Tak, saya buku tak perlu beli, saya akan bagi nota soft copy. Sekejap lagi saya akan bagi dekat Telegram. Okay, kalau awak nak print sendirilah kiranya nota tu lengkap daripada chapter 1 sampai chapter 6. Okay, kalau nak print sendiri. Okay.
Okay, madam.
Okay, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jumpa next class hari Rabu insyaAllah. Okay, bye.
Thank you, madam.
Okay,
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
welcome.
Thank you, madam.
Welcome.